minimize window, go to sleep. Hello and welcome to another episode of Rolling into the Future. After posting my Getting to Know You video, part 1 video, unfortunately I've not been overwhelmed with the questions. That being said, I've had to revert to some questions I haven't encountered in the past. These questions in particular were from a Western Illinois student studying special ed education. She was inquiring about information in regards to my disability to help her in a class project. I was happy to oblige, figuring it would lead to better understanding of CP and disabilities. After these questions, if you have any more questions, feel free to email me or comment below. Question number 1. What type of CP do you have? Not many people know this, but there are different types of cerebral palsy. I am diagnosed with spastic quadriplegic cerebral palsy, which means I have CP that caused me to be quadriplegic. I cannot use my hands or legs. Number 2, how does your type affect your body and the way you live? It makes my muscles tight and difficult for me to do things by myself. As a result, I depend on personal assistants to dress me, feed me, etc. I am blessed with a good mind. I had a very premature birth, and the cause of my CP probably had something to do with some loss of oxygen to the brain, which caused a hemorrhage and damaged parts of my brain. I have met many people with my condition, and their mental capacity has been affected because of lack of oxygen at birth. Question number 3. Do you take medication or attend any therapy to help your condition? Yes, I used to have a Becklman pump which pumped medication continuously throughout my body, but I don't anymore. Instead, I take gabapentin twice a day for muscle spasm and methocarbamol to relax my muscles. This combination of these drugs makes it easier for other people to help me on a daily basis throughout my routine. Unlike the Becklman pump, these drugs don't seem to interfere with my cognitive abilities, writing, or doing a YouTube. But that's a whole different story for another time. I'm just glad God got me off the baclofen. How did your parents react when they found out you had CP? They told me they were scared and unsure of what my future would bring, but they trusted God. They wanted to learn all they could and get the best the best therapy. It was difficult, but God gave them strength and hope. Number 5. When you were in school, were there any accommodations that were made in relation to your schoolwork? In terms of my schoolwork, my IEP, individual education plan, ensured that I would have extra time needed to complete tests and homework. This was important because I depended on other people to write down my answers word for word. That is until about 1995, I received Dragon Dictate, one of the first voice recognition software for computers. It has now turned into Dragon Naturally Speaking and allows the computer to write what I say. This is how I got through college. Wake up, page down. Click zoom in. Go to sleep. Are a student's learning abilities affected differently according to the type of CP they have? Yes, I don't know exactly how exactly, but I think I kind of covered this question in number 2. In my case, the Lord gave me the Lord gave me the ability to learn and a good mind, enabling me to graduate from high school, attend a community college, and earn an associate's degree, and then go on to Concordia University and earn an BA degree. 7. What would you like to see with future research on CP? It would be wonderful if a researcher could find ways to heal. Go to sleep. It would be wonderful if researchers could find ways to heal and restore damaged brain cells. 8. What kinds of difficulties do you find do you face on a day-to-day basis? Everything is difficult for me if I allow myself to look at it that way. I want to be independent, but I have to depend on people for so much. But such is life. I think the way people react to disabilities is very frustrating. I have to work so hard to overcome that stereotype people have for disabled people. 9. Were you ever treated differently because of your CP? Do I have any specific stories? Boy, do I have a lot of specific stories. I could go on and on here. But I think that people when people see me, they automatically see the wheelchair and think the worst. They are often afraid to talk to me because they assume that I am younger because of I am so petite and sitting in a wheelchair. I will illustrate by a story. When I was in college, we would go to a restaurant and the hostess would give me a child menu. When I was over 20 years old, then the waitress would ask my father and what I wanted to eat rather than ask me. So my dad would look at me and say, "What, Debbie, what would you like to order?" Number 10. What activities or hobbies do you like? I like to read and I like to write because, of course, that is one of the limited things I can do. My blog, Rolling into the Future, is an important hobby, mostly a mission, because it allows me to provide encouragement and information to other people with disabilities as well as their parents. For now, it is a daily mission God has given me. Did CP ever get in the way of these hobbies? If so, how did I overcome it? I buy lots of books, but I cannot turn the pages in the books. So my dad cuts the binding off with a bandsaw and feeds them the pages through a scanner to convert them into PDF, into computer format, such as PDF, so I can easily read them through my computer. So I turn the pages by voice. I also have a subscription to Audible, which allows me to listen to thousands of narrated books through my Amazon Echo. With this technology, I can also listen to the radio or read the Bible.
Here's a sample of the complete Holy Bible, KJV from Audible.
Echo,
This book uses
stop. Sorry, that was my Amazon there. Well, that's it for today's episode of Rolling into the Future. I hope you enjoyed these general questions, and if you have any more questions, feel free to comment below, and I'll answer those. Maybe not in a video, but I'll just comment below. Until next time, I love you, but God loves you more.